Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. I've got a beautiful Valentine for you today. P.S. I love you. Featuring some awesome retiring and sneak peek products from Stampin' Up. This beautiful Valentine card is debuting the Golden Honey Designer Series paper. We're going to use a different pattern on our card today. This is a new item that you can earn for free during Sale-a-bration in the new year. And we're combining it up with an item that I just love from the holiday catalog. It's the Everything Festive stamp set. It's a 7-piece rubber stamp set, cling mount, for all occasions. We're going to use this P.S. I love you. All of these greetings are designed so that they coordinate with the stitched nested labels. So we're going to use the stitched nested labels for P.S. I love you greeting. This is the 4th largest one, so kind of in the middle. Using my rectangle stitched dies inside the card, we're going to line the card with a stitched rectangle. And I've got my Be Mine stitched dies. We're going to use all of the primitive hearts, the largest, the medium, and then the little guy to line the inside. I've also got off of the closeout sale the scallop edge ribbon. I love this stuff. You can get it at a discount while supplies last. This is, it was a Halloween product, but it'll be good for all kinds of everyday uses, especially to pair up with your gorgeous Golden Honey Designer Series paper that you will earn for free in the new year. My Stampin' Pads for this project are Real Red and my Memento Tuxedo Black. I've got some cardstock and consumables here. I've got an 8.5 by 5.5 card base. It's scored at 4 1/4. I've got my Golden Honey Designer Series paper, and this is 5 inches by 3 3/4. Got some scraps of Real Red and gold foil for die cutting my hearts from the Be Mine stitched dies. We're going to cut the largest and the smallest from Real Red, and you need a piece about 3.5 by 4, a little bigger, a little smaller, might do. Gold foil sheet about 2.5 by 2, so you can die cut that medium primitive heart from the Be Mine stitched. I've already done my die cutting for my stitched rectangle. This is the 2nd largest stitched rectangle, and I've done my die cutting for my nested stitched label die. This is that 4th largest. It's 1 3/4 by 3 1/4, and I pulled off about 8 inches of my scalloped, basic black scalloped trim. I've also got a small scrap of Whisper White. This is so that we can do this multicolor paper piecing. We're going to stamp our greeting image in 2 colors and then piece the little red hearts over the black image. So you need a scrap for stamping your Real Red. All right, let's start with our die cutting. Let me get the big shot. Let's die cut our hearts. I've got my foil, and we're going to cut the medium primitive heart in foil. I've got that largest primitive heart and the smallest primitive heart, and we're going to cut those from Real Red cardstock. I love this Be Mine stitched framelits. They're so useful throughout any occasion, but all the way through the Valentine season for sure. All right, there's our hearts. Let me grab the rest of our consumables and our samples. You can see what we're doing here. I've got my snail. Let's go ahead and put some of these layers together. If you know me, you know that I love less pieces floating around. So we're going to center our Designer Series paper on the card front using some snail. We're going to center our stitched rectangle inside the card using some snail. Then while we're in there, let's grab our small primitive heart, add some snail adhesive, and we'll embellish the inside of our card. Now, let's get our Real Red, biggest primitive heart, and we're going to put it about maybe 1/4 inch of Designer Series paper showing on the left. And then our gold foil heart. I just love this gold foil paper. Very rich and dramatic for Valentine's Day. And then we're gonna place this one. You see, it's kind of a high placement. We want it high up so that when we add our label, we can see the real red heart at the bottom and the top of the design, but also have plenty of that gold foil heart still peeking out underneath. All right, slide it aside. Got my little bit of scallop trim here, and I'm just gonna tie a quick bow, a little bow. We don't need too much here. Hold the center, pull the tails. That'll make a little tiny bow for you. And then let's trim the excess. There's our little cutie. Time to get stamping. I'll get the ink pads. Okay, because red pigments are large pigments, makes them harder to clean. So whenever I'm using the same stamp in more than one color, I always start with my neutrals or my cool colors first. Your cool colors and your neutral colors are going to be easier to clean from the stamp than colors with warm pigments. Reds, red browns, purples. You'll notice that those will be the first colors to stain your photopolymer stamps, and they're just harder to clean up. It's because the color pigments are larger. So we stamp P.S. I Love You in Memento Tuxedo Black. Now we're going to clean our stamp and ink up in Real Red. Got my chamois here. Just a little bit of water in the simple chamois, and we're ready to go from black to red. I'm going to take my project sheet here and use it for scrap paper. Let's protect my work surface for a minute, because I'm going to ink up P.S. I Love You in Real Red, but we're only concerned about the hearts. So I'm just going to stamp it right off the edge. Conserve cardstock. Got some nice red hearts there. I'm going to clear away the ink pads, and then I'm going to fussy cut the little hearts. I'm going to use my paper snips, cut them out, and we'll be right back to assemble the card. Okay, I've cut 2 out of the 3 of my hearts. I'm going to give you a couple of quick fussy cut tips here. You'll notice that I'm turning the paper into the scissors. I cut away the excess whenever possible. I'm leaving a white border around my red heart, which makes it easier to cover the black one that we're going to be piecing this in over. So there's our little hearts. Let me clear away the scraps. Multi-purpose liquid glue, and take your pick tool. It's going to make this so easy. We're going to go ahead and dab a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue on each of these black hearts. Just a little bit. Goes a very long way. We don't want it to ooze out from underneath our cutouts. And then we're going to pick up the heart with the take your pick tool. Line it up right on top of the black one. And then just press it into the glue. And our last little heart. Got to turn it red side up. There we go. And just press right into the glue. I love that multicolor image. So quick and easy. All right, let's finish up this card. Are you ready? It's really a breeze, but it's very striking, isn't it? With the black and white contrast and the beautiful rich gold foil. I'm going to snail my P.S. I Love You and add it over my hearts. And we're going for an off center here. Burnish that down. Let's finish up with that little bow we tied earlier. I'm going to add a mini glue dot to the knot and just pop it in at the edge of the tag. There you go. P.S. I Love You. Don't miss out on the great closeout and while supplies last items like the scallop edge ribbon and everything festive stamp set. If I can help you with Stampin' Up order, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com or buzz on over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.